Big Rad back with you. Got another quick video for you today. Sorry about my congestion. I'm not feeling so well right now. But I took some videos before and I didn't do an intro, so here's the intro later on. I'm going to address the ignition on the wagon today, right now. Right here in a few seconds, right now. And then I'm also going to prove to myself that the radiator is bad. I already know it is bad, but I'm going to put some fluid in it just to see, just to make sure. But how pretty bad it is, you'll see it. I'll have it in the video. It's pretty bad shape, so I know it's not going to hold any coolant, but let's give it a try just in case. You never know. But, yeah, enjoy the video. All right, this is what I got to deal with. Luckily, it's not in the lock position, so I'm going to try to without the key, which I know everybody says it's almost impossible, but I've never tried to, so I'm going to attempt paperclip in those two little holes there and see if I can get that fucking tumbler to pop out. So we need to replace the whole ignition switch anyways, because I'm pretty sure it's all corroded and everything back there, and it does nothing. With the key on, with the battery hooked up, it's just dead in the water. The only thing that comes on is a generator light. That's it. So I'm going to pull the ignition switch out of there, hopefully, and without having to drill it, but I doubt it. But we'll see. So yeah, wish me luck. Alright. I'm still working on the ignition part because I couldn't get that paperclip trip to work. It has to be in the lock position, and with no keys I can't get it in the lock position. So then I'm going to have to cut off the keeper nut around the ignition or try to drill it, but how it's got the slit for the key, the drill's not going to, it's just going to bite and rip off, and I don't want to tear up the dash. I could try to put some coolant in this thing, which I highly doubt it's going to hold any, because the radiator's pretty bad. Check the oil while I'm here, standing here. See what it's starting to look like. Looking pretty good. Could use about a half quart, which actually is just running, so. Oh. Yeah, let's put some coolant in and see what it's going to do. Just see if it's going to drip out, drain out, whatever. That's good. Is it 50-50 or is it concentrate? 50-50, ready to use. So 50-50 obviously means you don't need to add water. It's already got water added into it. Yeah, she's draining out. I'm trying to see if it's my mitts. Light, camera, action. Yeah, it's coming out of the bottom. Which I kind of figured because she's just rough. Rough. So the radiator is no good, which I already knew that, because that's how bad shape the fins are and stuff. Now if you can, and this side's even worse. Yeah, so they're all going. Dun, dun. And just dripping out of the bottom. Not even dripping, it's streaming. So let me throw a catch pan on there since I got Sky in here. Make sure she's not drinking any antifreeze. Actually, since it's a nice stream, it's still pretty green. Put your ketchup back in the antifreeze can. Alright. So I still got to tinker on the ignition because we want to turn it over by the key. And right now it just don't do that. Dun, dun. Let me turn the ignition on. Now it's time to go to the dash and yeah. So that unhook. Yeah, it's still hooked up to the starter and shit. It won't start because I got the ignition wire hook, from the coil unhooked, so it won't fire. But if I get the ignition working in there, it'll at least crank it over and I'll know I got it. So let's find you a good spot in here. Obviously, I'm going to check the fuses first. See if it says anything. Instrument, heat, radio, backup, spot, and tail. Alright. Those ones are, what the hell does it say? Accessory, lamps, antenna, spot, brake, something, backup, CTSY. I don't know what CTSY would stand for. CTSY. What the hell would CTSY stand for? I don't know. But that seems like there's the harness coming from the firewall. You're a bad spot over here, aren't you? I'm going to try to show you First thing I checked was that block on the side of the steering column. Jumped it with a paper clip, and so that's a good sign. That means that box down there is messed up. So that'll work for now. Just so we know, I'm going to tape it up. That's 12 volts. So I'm going to go out there under the hood. Hold on a second. Let me climb out of here and I'll talk to you. All right, I'm out of there now. I can actually talk. These little cars, 59s, weren't built for the little guys here. Whew, I'm going to have to gain some weight. But anyways, as you see, I bypassed that. I don't even know what it is. Some kind of neutral safety switch, I'm guessing. Bypass that, and the crank's over by the key. So that's good. So now I'm going to disassemble my homemade ignition, hook it back up the right way, and see if it'll actually start on the ignition inside the car. So yeah, hold one. All right. Remember what size that was, Sky? Huh? Tell me what size it was. Why don't you tell me? What? She's keeping it a secret. She won't tell me. So I'm going to have to figure it out myself, I guess. So I think it's, I'm going to guess about 3/8. Ow. See, here's 3/8. If you would have told me, it would have been so much faster. Not really. Right, Sky? Right. You my good girl. This right's gonna need an overhaul. I'm going out there. So I'll just leave my loaner switch hooked up. It's still easier to start from out here than underneath the car, or inside the car every time. But let's see if it'll start on the ignition inside. Bug's kind of sticky. Bring the thunder! Take that as a no. Okay. Disconnect anything else. No, still connected down there. So let's see. And one of you fans also said not to point the light into the camera, which I can't help any of those, but that camera or that light, okay. So thanks for that advice. I'm still learning all this YouTube stuff and videoing. I'm used to being a loner, having friends over, and a loner working on cars. I get so much more work done when I'm by myself, but it sucks being by yourself. But that's what I got you guys for. You're keeping me company. Thanks. Hey, quit blowing me kisses, bro. I ain't that way. I seen that though. But if you are that way, I can hook you up with my buddy George. He's that way, I'm pretty sure. Just kidding, George. Love you. Hey, Stupid, you gotta have the key on for it to have volts. Dee-dee-dee. 5 volts. 5.6. Loader button. Ignition is on. It's got 5 volts there, so let's see. Now I'm going to start. But it's getting spark. Yeah. See if it shuts off. Yeah, baby! Got that. I don't know. The choke was stuck wide open, or not stuck, but it was wide open. So I just tapped the throttle a couple times and it closed. So I guess that was it. Fuel filter's still full, so coolant's still dripping. That's too bad about the radiator, but like I said, it's one thing we gotta address maybe. So from this point on, I think we're going to address the brakes. But yeah, I'm going to call Uncle Ken, tell him we got drive. And it starts and shuts off with the key. Well, with the ignition. There's no sets keys for it. And so we got to figure that out if he wants to, now that it's actually working. Because I thought the ignition was bad, but nope. Turns out, I'm guessing that's the neutral safety switch. It's just a guess. I don't know what it is. I'll have to look it up. Or when you guys tell me, that little black box that I had a bypass underneath the steering column, it's like a half moon shape, riveted to the bottom of the steering column. And the ignition wire goes through it, comes back out it, and right into the ignition. So I'm guessing that's some kind of neutral safety switch. I don't know what else it would be on the steering column. So, yeah, if you know exactly what that is, let me know so I know what part to get. Comment below! I think that's the first time I had to say that. Woohoo! Oh yeah, thanks for all the subscribers coming up. My numbers are getting up there, which, that's kind of nice. Gives me more oomph to make these videos for you. Which, like I said, I'm a rookie, and my arm's tired already from holding this phone just this little bit. I'm going to have to work out my arm muscles. Arm switch. Do-si-do. So, yes. Yeah, I don't want to do nothing until we figure out brakes because I can't move it. I don't want to sacrifice doing any damage to the car, having hit a fucking tree or something to stop me. No, ain't gonna happen. So I have to put a new master on it. I said all the brakes are free at the moment. So I might take the wheels off, see if the drums will come off nice, and just lube everything up so it doesn't get stuck if I go to hit the brakes. So yeah. Like I said, I'll call Uncle Ken tonight. He's down and vacationing in Florida. Jerk. Just kidding. But he didn't take me with him, so yeah. I'm stuck here in the cold Antarctica of Illinois. Ooh, it's cold. So yeah, next on the list is brakes. Talked to Uncle Ken about a radiator, if we want to tinker that or just kind of let that go as is. But he's going to be tickled pink that's turning it on and off with the ignition. That's awesome news. Thank God that was an easy repair. Now we don't have to take the ignition out of the dash. We might just want to have to replace the tumbler so we get a new set of keys for it. Yep. Like I said, brakes, radiator maybe. Take it for a drive and do a transmission flush. Oh, and he's also wanting to address the gas tank. which it's got a locking gas cap. Thanks for previous owner. We just love those things. So yeah, I might have to take the fuel neck off and bust that open or figure out how to get that damn cap off. I hate those caps. It's got a decent tank under it, as in like somebody's been under there and either painted it or took it out and redone it, because it's far nicer condition than the rest of the car. So I think somebody's already been in there. So I want to hook up a pump to it and suck some fuel out of it, or suck something out of it, just to see what's inside that tank. And if it's tarnished or whatever, then I'll just suck it out and put some fresh fuel in and kind of flush it out a little bit, and maybe we can run it off its own tank before we part with it. And there you have it. That's the end of the video. I don't know why I ended it that way, but I did. So yeah, good news, got the ignition working. Bad news, radiator needs replaced, which I already knew that. I just had to prove to myself. So yeah, this is me signing off, and I just want to thank you and for watching all my videos, and please hit that subscribe button down below. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.